Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Mark, and in this video I wanted to talk about one of the biggest pitfalls that people come across that I see all the time. They're probably not even aware that they're falling into this bandwidth, this frequency band that is actually limiting their growth. They're limiting their very own expansion of consciousness. So as we're born into this planet, we come in at a low frequency, and we start to learn about our environment, and we learn through the education process, through religion and things like that, and that forms the basis of our reality. These are patterns that are running in our mind. Now, when we awaken to the fact that we're something greater than just our physical body, and we're greater than that 3D aspect of our mind, that conditioned aspect that was developed since birth. Okay? So when we awaken to this, something amazing happens. We kind of throw out the limitations, right? There's an aspect of us that says, wow, we are far greater than what we previously thought. And that's just a life-changing event. Now, moving forward from that, we have an issue, and that is our mind is so conditioned to this 3D reality that we continue to operate from that perspective. So when we start downloading and integrating these higher frequencies of energy, of light, we're still trying to fit that information into a tight little straw, so to speak, of knowledge. Because we're trying to manifest this information, this knowledge, this knowing out through our 3D brain. And that is a process that is inconsistent with ascension. Okay, it's like we're choking off our very own soul energy and trying to funnel, like we have a funnel. It's coming in really wide, it's coming in really high frequency, and then we're funneling it down and we're trying to like manifest out through this straw. We're constricting off our energy because we are tied in to these belief systems that we've basically developed since we were young. Now, what I see happening a lot across the web is people are going through the ascension process, but yet they're still confining themselves to within that 3D left brain thinking. And a very good example of this is channeling. Okay? Now, I have the ability to channel. I've been channeling for a long time. And, at some point I realized what was happening with channeling, that I was actually limiting myself. I was limiting my own access to higher frequencies. Now, these frequencies come in and I integrate them, but as I still try to bring these forth into this time-space reality and manifest this new information, it gets choked off because I am using the lens of my 3D mind. So when I started channeling, I default right to 3D thinking, and I'm seeing, if it's my Pleiadian guide, I'm seeing my Pleiadian guide as a separate being, as an ET. I'm seeing UFOs, craft, whatever you want to call them. I'm getting all this wonderful information as a separate being. Okay, so I'm getting this new energy, but it's coming out and manifesting through a bandwidth of a lower frequency. And that frequency is based on conditioning and education and experiences that I've had during this lifetime. I've seen movies about UFOs, I've read about ETs online, and that kind of thing. So that's where my left brain is focused. That's where it's at. So the channeling, I began to realize, was kind of like picking up, those when you were a kid, you had those phones, those cans with they were connected by a string. It's almost like I'm picking up one of those and I'm reaching out to my Pleiadian guide and we're having a conversation. And it's great. It's a very cool experience. Now, I'm seeing a lot of people online really focused on either learning how to do this or wanting to hear channelings from others. Okay? And this is the perspective of separateness. Now, I could sit and I could channel, and I have done that, and I have put videos out many times about information I've received from my guide. But that was from a perspective of separateness. It was from a lower frequency perspective where my earth mind, my left brain, was at. Okay, now what we want to do is when we start to ground these higher frequencies, it's very important that we work with this energy that we're receiving so that we can integrate it and embody it. And as we work with this energy, these higher frequencies that come in, we actually have an opportunity to allow our left brain to wire into this. So what happens with that is now these new frequencies come in, we work with this energy, we do our breath work, we do our breathing, we sit with it, we hold the space, and when we do that, we allow the left brain to link up. Now, as that happens, we start to bring memories forward, okay? So as these memories come forward, we are unpacking these downloads, these DNA activations. Now, all this stuff is stored within your DNA because when we're born, we are encoded with this light, okay? We're encoded with this knowing, with our knowledge, with our experiences from other realms. It is here, it comes in with us. Now these light codes and these downloads we get activate these. And as we allow the space for these to come up and we work with this energy, we can actually hook into it so that our tool, the mind, actually has the ability to make sense of this in a time-space reality. That's where memories start to surface. Maybe we'll have memories of being in different places on different planets, whatever it may be. So this information starts to come forward. Now, as it does, we get a bump up in our frequency, right? It's that spiral staircase I did a video on a few weeks ago. So we continue to go up this staircase. Now, as we continue to do this work, we continue to integrate new energy, higher frequency energy. This activates this energy within us. And then if we do the work, we integrate it and we hold the space and we allow our mind to hook into it. We make sure we get this energy moving fluidly throughout our body with as little resistance as possible. And that allows our mind to hook into it and new knowing comes. Okay, so what's happened with me is the channeling, and again, I've never really considered myself a channeler. I am able to channel. I have channeled many times, but I realized that channeling is a choice. Okay, a lot of the information that I receive is information that I have. This is knowing, and this is knowing because I have accessed these frequencies. And since I've been able to embody these frequencies, they have linked up with my consciousness, which my conscious mind here, my left brain, the me that is here in this time-space reality, and the information comes forth. Okay, so it comes through as a knowing. Now, that doesn't mean I can't channel. I choose to channel because I can experience all frequencies beneath where I resonate. Okay, the lower bandwidths of frequency I have access to. So if I choose to pick up that phone and reach out to my Pleiadian guide, I can do that. But I don't do it out of necessity. I do it out of an experience that I'm choosing to have. Okay, but most of the time, the information just flows. It flows. I embody it, through my breath work, the channel breathing, and through meditating. I hold that space. The left brain hooks up. Pathways are built between the left and the right brain. Memories and such start to unfold. The knowing starts to come forward and bubble up into my consciousness. And then I have access to it. So I don't always go to look externally for information. The information comes through me, from within, through the energy that I am. And all of you have the ability to do that. It's very important that you realize that. You do not have to look externally to receive this information. Okay, I want to stress that. That is a 3D perspective. So what do we do about this, right? How do we get there? I know a lot of people want to learn how to channel. They want to have these experiences, and that's fine. But when we look at that being the end game, we are limiting ourselves. Okay? When we shoot higher, way higher, we could then choose to have those experiences. Okay? And that not be the end game. You could actually be in a position where you can bring forth the information when you want to connect with it, when you want to bring it up into your consciousness. You have the ability to do that. So when we think about the channeling and we look to channelers and we want to be able to channel, we're limiting ourselves. So through my videos, what I've been doing since I went live is teaching you guys how to heal. Now, when we get into healing and we could start to break down these patterns, we start to become available to link up to this higher frequency light that is starting to, we're trying to activate within us. Okay, this energy, these light codes come in, our DNA fires up and activates. And what happens is as this frequency goes up within our body, denser frequencies release. They come up into our consciousness. Okay, so what's happening is they're coming up into our awareness so that we could see that we're being fogged. Okay, we're like in a fog because of these emotions. So we heal them. And as we heal them, you know, using what I've talked about in videos and the techniques and the breath work and that kind of stuff, the fog starts to clear. Okay, now as the fog starts to clear, eventually, it's kind of like a garden hose, right? If you've had a garden hose that's been sitting with dirty water and you're going to turn the water on, it's going to flow dirty for a few seconds and then clear water is going to come out. So what happens is once we get rid of that fog, that gunk, our brain, our physical brain that's here, the tool, the one that is here to actually do the manifesting, starts to clear out the densities, the fog, that 3D thinking, those traumas, that kind of thing, and it starts to connect up with the higher frequency energy, and then it starts to know what to do because that energy comes with instructions, and those instructions are the knowing and the memories that we've accumulated over various lifetimes and various star systems, wherever it may be. So once we could get into that clearer energy, if we look at that analogy, we start to link up to the knowing of what that energy is, and it starts to bubble up into our waking consciousness. And that brings with it information. That brings with it a whole bunch of goodies, and one of which is being able to channel. Okay? But it doesn't limit you to that. You don't lock yourself in. That is just something that becomes a choice. Communicating with other energies, deceased loved ones, all sorts of stuff starts to open up. And that's what I want to get through to you guys. Those of you that are looking or focused on being at this certain level to have some of these abilities, don't limit yourself. Work on the healing. Work on the healing. If you continue to work on the healing and do that work and honor your body and learn to work with the energy, everything is going to open up to you, okay, without limitation. And you are going to just continue to expand your consciousness. So it's an amazing thing. Like I said, I've never considered myself a channeler, even though I have that ability. I am grounding my higher self, and I know that I am here to be one of the pillars to ground the high frequency light that will manifest a 5D earth, a new earth. And these instructions are not coming from an external source. I've had discussions with my Pleiadian guide and my main guide about these sorts of things, but the knowing is coming from within me. We read a lot about these energy blasts and energy waves, and I've done videos on them, how we're getting hit with energy, how we need to work with this energy. Guys, when we look at it from that perspective, that's a 3D perspective. The energy is here. The energy is here always. When we look at it from a higher frequency perspective, it is available to us. Okay, we need to raise our consciousness, which means we need to heal. We need to heal and release the dense energy within us so that this energy, this high frequency energy, becomes accessible to us. Nobody is delivering new Earth. Not the Arcturians, not the Pleiadians, nobody is bringing it here. They are simply holding space and allowing us to rise into it and allow it to manifest from within. And how do we know how to do that? The instructions come not from an external source, they come from within. And as we continue to heal and we continue to grow, the knowing comes and trickles up into our consciousness, into our awareness, and that mind that is the manifesting tool now knows how to manifest from fifth dimensional frequencies. So I want you guys to really sit with this. If this video resonated with you, I would like to offer you guys an opportunity to jump on over to my website, and there's a link in the description below, soulintegrationcoach.com. You could check out my premium membership. I also have a free membership, which offers a few of the goodies in the premium membership. But the premium membership is designed, I set it up to build a community of individuals that resonate with the topics in this video. Okay, I want to connect up with you guys on a more personal level through the group coaching sessions, things like that, so that we could actually talk and focus on the healing and the grounding of our light with the intent of bringing forth these 5D frequencies in manifesting new Earth. If that is something that resonates with you, feel free to jump on over to the website. Again, the link is below. Check out the premium membership. If you're not sure, you kind of want to get your feet wet and just join the community, go ahead and join the free membership. I would love to have you. And again, my goal is to build a community of like-minded individuals that are focused on healing and manifesting these higher frequencies right here on Earth. So I hope this video resonated with you guys. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and give the video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. So until next time, guys, love and light. Thank you.